Tom is fertilizing his peppers with his pepper and herb fertilizer 11-11-40. So that's the nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. I'm going to get this mixed really good. I don't mess with this fertilizer. The last time I tried using it, I put it on the tomato plants thinking tomatoes, peppers, you know. Nope. I killed half my tomatoes last year. And this is the last time we can fertilize until monsoons and the temperatures come back down. Because once the temperatures start getting up into the hundreds, you know, 95, 100, they're going to kind of shut down and go into survival mode. And they won't be putting on any fruit. The fruit that's on them will ripen, but they'll go into survival mode. So right now, it's all about getting everything ready. Kind of like everybody else in the Midwest and stuff does for winter, we have to get ready for summer. Okay, our first tree here, you can see where the white is just about all gone from that tree. So we're going to give it a nice new coat. And Tom forgot I was doing this one, so he started watering in here, so we're going to have to get it from the outside. Put a pretty thick layer on. The dill's going to get painted. I don't want to get rid of my dill because the good pollinators really like it. I'm waiting to see the ladybugs. I haven't seen any yet, but they really love dill. That one's done. I'll show you a couple more. This is the Dorset, and you can see how as the tree trunk grows, the paint kind of separates. So you want to put a new application on it for your younger trees. Bentley's going after the neighbor dog again. Gonna have to put him in the house again. Okay, we got this one done. I'm going to keep going around the yard and get all of these trees done. Okay, we've got under all of the trees now done. All the trunks are finished, and I am paint from head to toe. This is why I am a mess.
Messy Debbie.
Messy Debbie. I am a mess, and this is why I don't paint in the house, because I just get it everywhere. So we're going to take a little break before we get into our next project. When it's getting hot outside, it's 90 today. Your chickens are going to love a nice cool treat. So I'm going to give ours some watermelon.
How much percentage of watermelon is water?
Good question. She'll look that up and have an answer for you later. Okay, so Candace looked it up, and 92% of your watermelons are made up of water. So it's
That's the name.
Treat for your chickens. There you go, girls. There you go.
They love
I
it.
think we'll move it more to the center. Excuse me. Excuse me. There you go. Next thing that we're going to do to relax and just take a minute to breathe is chop some chamomile. Okay, so I do this chamomile so that we can have chamomile tea. I dehydrate it and then put it in a jar, and it's good for whenever we want tea. You can go in here and you can just pull them off, but when you do that, if you see it, whoa, it leaves quite a bit of stem. Ouch! So
I'm sorry, are you okay?
I come in and just do it. It takes a little bit longer, but I just do it with the scissors. That way I'm not getting all that stem.
And while we're right here,
You showing them the grapes?
I'm showing them the grapes.
Yeah, the grapes are coming along amazing. So I'm going to pick these, get them in the dehydrator, and I think Tom's going to be picking some peppers today too, so we can get a full load in the dehydrator. And I'll bring you along after I relax for a little bit with these chamomile. Okay, we got the chamomile picked, and it is in the dehydrator waiting for the rest of it to come in to fill it up. And I forgot I needed to pick my lemon balm. Now if you look at it, you can see that there's quite a few bite marks in several of those leaves. So I'm going to have to pick the good ones and discard of the rest. But lemon balm is great also in teas. And then we have one more thing that we have to do, and let me show you what that is. The crazy bees are back. So if you were with us last year, you remember in the chicken coop it was being overrun by the bees, and it was hard for me to get in and out of there with the water. Well, I came to the realization that it wasn't the water, it was the red. So let me show you that. Okay, there we go. Now I put those rocks in there so they would have things to sit on. Some of them still end up drowning, but for the most part they're doing pretty good. And as the water goes down, they kind of hide under those rocks too, to have some shade. But there's our crazy bees. Did you guys happen to notice this beautiful sunflower? This self-seeded itself. I am telling you, some of the most magnificent things in my yard are things that have just happened on their own. Even that little one that's right next to it, half the stem broke off when we were back working in the back bed, and I propped it up against the bench, and it is still going strong. It's got a bunch of little heads on it, but this one here is just magnificent, and it's still got a bunch of heads on it. Multi-blooming. I just can't believe it. It's just gorgeous. But to what we have to do next. I have dill right here that I have got to get seed from. Before I have a ton more in my yard. And let me show you why I want to keep all the volunteer dill. It is great for beneficials. I saw them a little while ago. I don't know if they're still there, but let's go see. So we have all of this dill here. I don't see any critters on this one or this one, but I was looking at this one and I don't know if you can see. Let me zoom in. Do you see the ladybugs? There's a bunch of them on this one. So that's why I'm keeping the dill and letting it seed wherever it wants to, because I just love ladybugs and they eat aphids. And aphids like to come after my sunflowers. So I just noticed this. Look at the big chunk out of my sunflower. Uh-oh. I better start looking for any kind of bug that could have done that. I would think it'd be the tomato hornworm, but I don't know. I'll let you know if I find something. There's a little ladybug right there. I'm going to leave that one alone. Maybe we'll move them over to greener pastures. Okay. Now I'm going to carefully take these into the house so that they don't spread everywhere. I kind of got them down so that they'll fall into the dish here, and then I can put them in a jar.